Welcome viewers to Sensible Secondhand Reviews, the video series where we film things in a sensible way for a budget of just £5,000. We look at what the cars are like in relation to others on the market. We have a little drive with them, as I'm doing today, and we come to this conclusion as whether or not this car will be worthy of your consideration. So this is a 2015 Kia Rio 1.25 SR7. The SR7 is a special edition. Normally on a Rio you'd have the simplest trim structure ever devised by any manufacturer. There's one air, presumably is for one just with air conditioning, 2, 3 and 4. In the sort of middle of this car's life, this is a third generation Rio introduced in 2011. There were SR7 and XR7 trim levels, as well as an SE. This is based really somewhere between the 2 and the 3, because the 3 is for one that generally had the parking sensors, but this has it. But the alloy wheels on this are a lot smaller, so yeah, it's probably nearer to a 2 as opposed to a 3. But those parking sensors, my gosh, they'd be useful because the rear visibility in this car is not the best. This 1.25 litre engine, that's found in a lot of Kia models, develops 82 horsepower. Sorry, it's not 100 horsepower or anything like that. The other petrol engine available is a 1.4 litre with 107 brake horsepower. In other markets there was a 1.6 litre as well. There were some diesels available in the Kia Rio UB, which is a third generation one, but we don't talk about those on this channel. What we do talk about though is the handling of this car and the way it is to drive, which actually, honestly, is very, very good. It's quite delight to sort of pilot around. The steering's a little bit on the light side, like a lot of modern cars are, but to be honest, that's not a concern maybe for most people. One thing I would say, this is a 3-door Rio and it's a little bit dark in here. The light conditions today in Essex, where I'm filming this, don't particularly help, but you know, never mind. Even with this 1.25 litre engine, the car feels reasonably fast. Any engine in a Rio, the third generation, gets an average of over 50 miles per gallon, looking at the official figures, although you know what those are like, those often aren't very trustworthy. The ride's actually very nice. I like the ride of this car very much. This is shaping up to be pretty pleasant. Right, let's have a look at this car in a bit more detail. This is currently for sale at Langley Prestige in Chelmsford, where you would have seen us film a few other cars actually on Tweed Jacket Reviews. It's a very, very, very nice example of this. I'm not so keen on this colour, this sort of metallic black. I would maybe prefer a white or a yellow one of these, but it looks very good. This is SR7 trim level, comes with a lot of stuff. Automatic lights and wipers are sort of highlights for somebody like me, and then we've got an illuminated keyring, which is something I'm very, very, very much miss about my Rio 1.25 V6. Steering wheel's got Bluetooth controls as well. There's your automatic lights, very clear instrumentation. Kias, of course, like this one, come with a 7-year, 100,000 mile warranty, which is always very reassuring. Got very simple to use air conditioning controls in here as well. It's really it's pretty idiot proof, aux in and USB, as well as two 12-volt sockets. No touchscreen in here, but nice and simple to use. Lots of safety features. This was a 5-star Euro NCAP car. So they've got things like side and curtain airbags. If I just move this out the way, you don't just pull it like that. It's not like a Mercedes W124 Coupe or C124 as sometimes called. Just pull that there. It's a little bit dark in the rear. I will get in there in a second, but we do have 3 seat belts in the back, plus some speakers and a couple of cup holders as well. Isofix, of course, because this is you know, the 21st century. Quite you know, big pillars, but you know, the parking sensors, as I've said, this model is fitted with, is something that you really probably do need. In here, I will just test the glove box with the secret mission documents. And there we are. Very big glove box, those fit in there no problem at all. Also got very large door bins. I won't go over that side because the light today is a bit awkward for filming, so it'll show up too much. These door tops are just hard plastic. But the dashboard is actually soft. That's very nice. The driving position is very good. The only thing I would say about this car is that because of the nature of it, the top of the dashboard is very, very, very long. It feels like driving an MPV, not in terms of the height, it's in terms of the length of it, but you soon get used to that. It feels a bit like a sort of little sporty coupe, really, which is nice. Back of the car. 288 litres of space. Now this is similar to a Fiesta or an MG3 or something like that. It's a very, very good square shape as well. This particular car actually has a space saver spare wheel, which is brilliant. I do like space saver spare wheels as opposed to, you know, none at all that you get in so many cars these days. And we also got little side pockets there. Got a boot light. I don't think we got a 12-volt socket, unfortunately, but it's pretty good for this size of car, really. Right, let's see if we can get in the back. That does slide forward, that's good. We've got big central cubby here for all sorts of bits. Oh, that's soft as well. I think that's vinyl rather than leather, but yeah, gosh, you could lose things in there. That's massive. Just sit down here. Seat comes back like that. Oh wow, a 3-door car I've actually got room in. I'm 5'11", and this is roughly equivalent to where my driving position is, and I've actually got knee room, I've actually got headroom. It's amazing. It's quite comfortable in here, really. That's very surprising. It's definitely one of the reasons why you want to buy one of these. A Fiesta in the back is not as big as this at all. Brilliant. So this is the 1.25 litre engine that's shared with a lot of other Kia and Hyundai models. Sorry about the wind noise, by the way. It's not very complicated here, there's no turbo or anything like that. The petrol engines in a Kia Rio, for this generation, the UB generation, they are chain driven, they're not cam belt engines, which obviously serves in servicing, and they're pretty reliable. I've sourced a number of Kias for clients in the past, and never had any problems in that particular regard. One of the things I really like about this car is how easy all the controls are and how light the controls are. I drive a lot of older cars on the channel now, and it's refreshing to drive something like this that you just get into and drive and don't really think about very much. Kia Rio itself is a very, very old name. The first generation car came out at the turn of the millennium, and it was derided for not being very good. And you know, I can understand why people knew that, because it sort of wasn't. The Mazda engines in that, one of them was exactly the same, fitted to the Kia Pride. So yeah, the engines are quite reliable, but you know, a bit tatty, bit would fall off. Probably not recommended for somebody like me anyway. But this one couldn't be more different really. Tight build quality, nice driving position, nice steering wheel to hold. It's just amazing how far Kia have come, and you know, this is a very, very, very good car. I do apologise for the mount in the way and the trade plate I've got in the car. Obviously I've borrowed it from Simon today, and I feel like a motor trader driving this with the trade plates in. You do get a 6-speed gearbox on a 1.4 engine. This is only a 5-speed on a 1.25. 0 to 60 of this, maybe, I don't know, 11 seconds, something like that, slightly more. There is also an automatic available, but I believe it's only a 4-speed unit, so you'll have to try it up for size, I suppose. But the gearbox is very nice. Compared with something like an MG3, which is what we owned for a long time, this car has a much more compliant ride, and you know, everything feels just a little bit more solid. MG3s are fantastic cars, and we loved ours very much, but if you really did want something with just that slight edge of quality to it, which the pre-facelift ones don't quite have because they were very cheap cars, these were considerably more expensive when new, then this is pretty good actually. Yeah, my only concern in this is some of the visibility. We do have little windows right at the front of the front windows and the A-pillars to aid with visibility, but it does take a bit of getting used to in terms of that alone. The 5-door models aren't quite like this sort of coupe styling. But yes, I really like this car. I know that a lot of you on the channel want to see things that are more exciting, but in terms of an everyday proposition, this is very, very hard to beat for just everyday motoring, and actually it drives pretty well. I like it very much. I really like it. So then, what do I think of the Kia Rio, the 3rd generation one? This is a really, really good car. I mean, you can get one of these for less than £5,000. A car like this is probably worth maybe about £5,500, £6,000. But it's so much better than a lot of the other competition that's there. Thinking of Peugeot 207, for example, that was a terrible car. If you want to see my review of it, I'll put a description, link in the description below. The Mark 7 Ford Fiesta that this run concurrently with is also a very good alternative. So is the pre-generation Seat Ibiza. But if you want absolute dependability, you like the styling, and you don't mind a bit of a dark interior, then this might be an ideal one for you if you're looking for something in a super mini category. It's very spacious, it's very comfortable to drive, the ride is very compliant. It's just not really the last word in dynamism or excitement. Anyway, thank you again to Simon at Langley Prestige in Chelmsford for supplying the car. I'll also put a link in the description below to Simon's website where you can inquire about this and anything else that he has. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more sensible second-hand reviews. And don't forget to like this video, leave a comment below. And I've also got a Facebook page, facebook.com/Lloyd Vehicle Consulting, and Instagram too, instagram.com/Lloyd_vehicle_consulting. Thank you.